I didn't think that it was worth it, and I wanted to find other opportunities that could get me to where I want to be in the long run. Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Derek. In this video, I'll be talking more about why I turned down Goldman Sachs conversion offer after my summer internship with them last year. Do stay on to the end of the video as I'll be sharing through a set of criteria that you can also use when you're deciding whether or not to convert in the firm that you're in. So if you haven't watched the video that I made about my summer experience with Goldman Sachs, I'll link the video up somewhere and I'll add the link down in the description below as well. So do check it out if you haven't already, so that you can have a better understanding about what are some of the things that I'm gonna say in this video. Do drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Before we dive right into the content, some disclaimers that I would like to just put up front. Everything that is mentioned in this video is purely based off my own experience, observation, and my own perspective. I'm not paid by anyone, and my intent is definitely not to defame Goldman in any way. It is a great company, the people there are awesome. My purpose of creating this video is to share more about my exact thought process when I was considering a conversion, and to share this experience with you so that it could also help you along the way when you are making your own decision. So for those who might not know what a conversion offer is, it is basically a full-time job offer that is made to an intern during or after their internship. It is like a promise made by the firm to provide that individual with a full-time role after they graduate from university. Back to the main topic for today. What I did when I entered into the internship was with the aim of receiving a conversion offer, because it's always good to have options and be in a position where you are able to decide. So prior to going into the internship, I came up with several criteria that I wanted to fulfill in order for me to accept the conversion offer. So in terms of the criteria that I had, my main consideration were, first and foremost, do I enjoy what I do on a daily basis? Second of all, am I learning something that can push me to the next level in terms of my knowledge as well as my leadership skills? Thirdly, what are some of my exit opportunities and can I get to where I want to be in the long term? Lastly, is the salary competitive enough when you compare it across the different industries and different sectors? For the first point, I have to admit that I found my daily taskings to be not on the most interesting side of things, and I definitely don't see myself committing to it in the long term. In fact, I don't think I'll be able to really do it continuously every single day for more than half a year. While I can't exactly say what are the things that I've worked on, but a simple illustration to help you visualize: opening up Excels, copying things around, sending emails around, make sure that the numbers tally up and all. And in fact, throughout the internship, the saving grace that I had was when I was able to use Excel VBA to automate some of my daily tasks, and that was one of the parts where I truly enjoyed doing. And of course, I'm speaking based off my own experience, and the other interns in different teams would definitely have a different experience as I did, so naturally they will have a very different opinion than I do. So for this first point, it doesn't get a green check from me. Now for the second point, the company do have a lot of resources put into place for employees to learn and upskill themselves, to equip us with different knowledge, be it in terms of finance or tech or whatsoever. There's plenty of online learning resources for us to learn in our free time. So I suppose this is a criteria that I can give a green check to, although I find that it might be a little bit difficult to be doing some of the self-learnings along the way, because I will usually be occupied in the day with my day-to-day work, and it's unlikely for me to have the time to do some additional self-learning after work. But since there are learning opportunities available in GS, and it is really widely available to the point whereby they have a Goldman Sachs university and they highly encourage everyone to upskill themselves, this point will get a green check from me. So up next, what are some of the exit opportunities that could potentially help me reach my long-term goals? So based on the several one-to-ones that I did with different VPs, associates, and analysts, just basing off the experience that they had and where they are likely to be headed in the future, it didn't seem like the kind of path that I wanted to pursue. In terms of the exit opportunity wise, I faced quite a big dilemma in this, and I didn't think that the role could provide me with the opportunities that I wanted to go for. I would say that I want to push even further, to surpass my own limits, and I would say that this role is a mismatch in terms of what I'm looking out for in the long term. So for this criteria, I can't give it a green check. And the final point on the salary being competitive, I think that there are only those few industries in general that can really provide a competitive enough salary, finance being one, tech being the other. Back then, as I was weighing the odds, in terms of progression wise, my role wouldn't help me to progress through as fast as I thought it could. And with a very biased opinion even back then, I'm leaning even more towards the tech industry. where I believe the progression is much faster as well as and opportunities are ample. But that being said, since I do have a bias and I admit it, I will have to keep neutral for this point. So just based on these few pointers that I've shared, I kind of made my decision, and I'm pretty sure you could also feel where I'm heading towards as well. But there are definitely several other considerations that I had put in place. But ultimately, I gave up on this conversion opportunity after going through a long and serious thought about it. And like I've mentioned, these points are just purely based off my own experience, and it might not be the same for you. With that being said, as promised at the start of the video, the set of criteria would be, as mentioned, firstly, do you enjoy what you do? Second, are you learning and gaining useful knowledge and becoming a better leader? Thirdly, do you have good exit opportunities, and does this role help you get to where you want to be in the future? And lastly, is the salary competitive enough for you? One additional point that I have for you would be, is your role easily replaceable? For this final point, it didn't really occur to me, but I only thought about it during the internship. As I was creating through all the automation processes, I asked myself this: since the task that I'm working on can be automated, would I then eventually be replaced by all this automation? And I highly think that that would really be possible, and it can potentially cause lower headcount within the team itself. So the thing is, if your job or what you're aiming for is something that can be replaced by new or existing technology, then what I would recommend you to do is to upskill yourself. Make sure that you're equipped with skills that doesn't allow you to be easily replaceable. And to wrap up, I just wanted to reiterate again, everything that was mentioned in this video is purely based off my own experience and my own observations, not sponsored by anyone, just speaking purely out of my own perspective. That's all that I have for now. If you felt that the things mentioned in this video has helped you one way or another, do consider giving this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.